Welcome to the House of Hades, where... Wait, I know you. Guess that means you died out there, huh? Well, don't be sad, though. Pretty much everybody dies sometime.
Some of us more than others.
Oh, hi! I'd ask you how it went, but since you're here again, I guess I know already, huh? Oh well, just come on in.
Cheers.
Ah, good, you're back already, huh? A few of us, we had a bet about how long you'd last out there, and I just knew you'd be back in no time.
Okay.
Oh, hi! Welcome home again. Go right ahead. I think your dad's mad about something or other, though.
He usually is.
Wow, you've died at least 5 times so far, I think. Dying's good for the whole ecosystem down here, so, thanks. You're helping make the underworld a better place.
Great. Just keep dying over and over and everything will be fine.
It's fun watching the pool of sticks, you know? The ripples in the blood and everything, and sometimes somebody pops out of there like you. House staff and guests of honor. No one else. I sign them in and help make sure they have a pleasant stay.
Well, sign me in then.
Ooh, wow, you made it all the way to Asphodel that time. That's pretty neat. Still died and everything, but not as quickly as you used to, so that's progress, right?
I guess so.
How's my best friend doing, huh?
Fine.
I've got a survey here if you'd like to fill it out.
No.
Hey, wow, you did it! According to my list here, it says you've died, 50 times at least? That's more than anybody's died around here, I think.
I'm sure you can catch up.
Hey, let me be the first to say congratulations! You have died 100 times since I've been keeping score. Since I've been keeping track. No prize for it or anything, but the journey is its own reward or something, right?
This is a real honor, Hypnos. Thanks.
You're not going to believe this here. You ready? 300 times! That's right, 300 times you've died! That's like more than an entire village from an earthquake all on your own!
Brilliant.
Oh, I just can't believe it, although I know my list here never lies. And it says that you have died all of 500 times! 500! I can't even think of a number higher than that!
600?
Huh? It's usually pretty quiet keeping watch over the pool of sticks back there, but it's sure been busy lately. Why, somebody else came through just earlier. You should have seen the look on my face when it wasn't you.
Glad to keep things interesting.
Hey, you keep dying? You happen to run into my brother anywhere out there by any chance? Haven't seen him in ages. What's with the long assignment?
Something about a war. Father sent Thanatos to take stock, but you're right. It's been a while now that you mention it. I guess a lot's occurred down here since then.
I'll say. The lounge reopened. Let's see. What else? Anyway, you see my brother out there? You tell him we've got everything here under control.
Everything under control. Sure.
Hey, did you see? My brother. He's come back. He's here somewhere, I think. Good old Thanatos. He's so busy all the time, he never talks to me. Kind of like your dad with you, I guess.
Indeed.
Wah! Oh, ha! You just startled me there is all. I was just,
Hey, everything all right there, Hypnos?
Oh, absolutely! Everything definitely is. It's Thanatos. He said some stuff, and now I'm not so sure I'm doing the best job I can, you know?
I'm sure he wasn't trying to hurt your feelings. Wait, what am I saying? He's always been harsh with you, hasn't he?
Hey, what if he doesn't like me anymore? He's got other brothers!
I'll talk to him.
Oh, hey, this might be a little weird, but thanks. I mean, you talked to Thanatos about me, right? At first, I thought he was acting funny, but he has definitely been a lot nicer to me lately.
Come on, Hypnos, I didn't have anything to do with that. You seem like you've been working extra hard and taking some of the feedback you've been getting to heart. I think Thanatos really appreciates that sort of thing. Who doesn't?
I don't know, but I really appreciate that you went out of your way. I mean, I just stand here and greet and register the dead, but you're a real friend.
Oh, thanks, Hypnos.
Hey, there you are. So is it true? You know, about you and Thanatos? Because he told me and I just said, whoa, but then everything made sense?
I'm sure whatever it is he said is completely true. Yes, Hypnos.
Whoa. Hey, did you see? Somebody got me this incredible new sleeper seat right here. Though I would never lie down while on the job. I'm perfectly all right sleeping while standing up.
Well, there it is, in case you change your mind. Hey, Hypnos, what would it take for you to let me through the locked door down the hall?
Oh, that's a good one. You know I can't let you enter your dad's private chambers anymore since you betrayed his trust and tried to run away from home. Sorry, master's orders.
Nothing from me back there anyway.
Hey, did you see? The queen's come back. Though did she ever take her sweet time?
Hey, watch it, Hypnos. That's my mother you're talking about.
What, really? Huh. So then your mom doesn't spend any time with you either. We've got something in common.
We don't.
Wait. So what's all this about you working here? I thought they fired you and that was why you left.
Hypnos, you think all these times I've died it's because I was upset I was let go from a miserable job?
Why else? I heard the feast you had here. It was really something else. All the gods together in one place, eating, drinking, not killing one another. That must have been a sight.
You should have been there, Hypnos. Not that I noticed your absence, though what happened? Other pressing business?
Slept through the whole thing.
Wow. Hey, Hypnos. This is for all the well-meaning advice you've given me. A little something from a certain double-bladed axe-wielding, bull-headed, oversized monster of a man you admire.
What's this? It's kind of hard to read the handwriting. It says, "Away to Hypnos, my biggest fan. Stay vigilant. Asterius." There's even a little picture of a bull. Wow.
Enjoy it, Hypnos.
Oh, says here one of the wretched thugs got you. Too bad. They're slow, but they hit pretty hard, I guess. Have you tried moving out of the way?
I haven't, no.
According to my list here, why, you must have just got clobbered all the way back home by one of those wretched thugs again. The old moving out of the way trick didn't work, huh?
Indeed.
Looks like one of the wretched witches shot you dead last time. Sorry to hear that, huh? Have you tried shooting them first?
I haven't.
You must have had a run-in with a spreader, huh? They're much more talented than the low-grade witches down in Tartarus, so your dad lets them stay warm up in Asphodel, I guess.
I guess.
Oof, a splitter zapped you, didn't she? There's lots of witches in your dad's place, huh? Witchcraft must be pretty dangerous for all those mortals up there. Pretty dangerous for you, too.
I'm aware.
Aw, looks like you died from one of those nasty booby traps left by a wretched pest. Little guys that look like urns? Have you tried avoiding them, maybe?
I have not.
Oh, wow, so Megara herself got you last time. That must have been intense. She's fast and strong and beautiful and, anyway, I hope the fates are nicer to you next time.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Ha! Megara the Fury got you again! She is unstoppable, isn't she? One time, I tried to stop her on the way to have a chat with your dad, and she didn't even turn her head.
My condolences.
You got whipped by Megara the Fury. Eh? I always wanted to say that. Whipped, you know? Referring both to how badly you lost and to that glowy purple whip she's always threatening me with whenever I try to talk to her.
I get it.
So you got skewered by a spike trap out there, huh? Well, that's too bad. Have you tried not standing there, like when the spikes come out?
I have not.
Ooh, looks like one of those dart traps killed you last time. Bet that must have hurt. Have you tried getting behind something?
I haven't.
Ow, looks like you got blasted to bits by an explosive urn last time. We keep some really nasty shades all bottled up in those, but if you so much as touch 'em, boom!
Noted.
Whoa, you just got killed by one of those bloodless inferno bomber skeleton-type guys. Nice! I always wondered what would happen if you just kind of stood around while all their bombs went off.
Okay.
Owie, looks like the bone hydra of Asphodel just stomped you that time, huh? I hear each of its heads has its own nasty tricks. That must be tough.
It was unpleasant, yes.
Bone hydra got you again, huh? Real sorry about that. Though you know what? I want you to get back out there, all through Tartarus and Asphodel again, and knock some sense into it for me, okay? Okay.
Okay.
Wait, let me guess. Don't tell me you got slaughtered by the bone hydra again. How many times is that? But you will get 'em next time. I just know it. Maybe the time after that. Eventually, no doubt about it.
Eventually, he says.
Aw, one of those wretched louts just killed you dead that time. Those mean old slappy guys? Maybe try killing them beforehand. I don't know.
Right.
Ooh, says here a wretched lout slapped you to death again. That's a tough break. Have you tried talking it out or something? I don't know.
You know, I haven't.
Hey, you got turned to ashes by those floating brimstone crystal-y type things. Next time one's turning you to charcoal with those beams of theirs, how about you step on over to the side?
That's not a bad idea.
Ooh, ow, so you got burned down to a crisp out there, standing in magma, right? I know you've got your burning feet and all, but standing in magma? Why, I'm not so sure that's a good idea.
Right.
Huh, so you walked straight into a burning magma spout. Is that what got you this time? Bet if you waited long enough, it'd cool off, instead of killing you.
You cool off.
Ooh, looks like one of those little numbskulls took a big old bite right out of you back there. I guess they got you, huh? Maybe if you weren't quite so tasty, they'd leave you alone. And so would I.
Okay.
Did you just get chomped by one of those little numbskulls again? Oh, that is definitely rough. I guess you must have done something to make the fates real mad.
Wonderful.
Oh ho ho, you got blown up by a slam dancer. I could see it on your face. It also says it on my list. Got everybody's cause of death right here. Some real morbid stuff from time to time. So anyway, take care.
Thanks.
Why, you look like someone who just got beaten silly by a dirty skeleton. Beaten well beyond the brink of death, I ought to say. And sure enough, according to my list, you did. Those bloodless sure are tough.
Right.
My list here says that you got petrified to death that time by some sort of nasty floating gorgon head. No offense to Dusa. Sounds like a pretty painful way to go, though. Hey, at least you got to be a statue for a little while. I like statues.
It's not all it's cracked up to be.
Can I just say ouch? Because according to the list here, you got flattened like a pancake by a skull crusher out in Asphodel somewhere. Keep that up and you're gonna get even shorter.
I'm not so short.
You look like someone who just got turned to stone, then crushed to a bloody pulp by the Megagorgon of Asphodel. Am I right? Oh, look, I'm sorry to hear that, and before you ask, I won't tell Dusa. Don't you worry about that.
That's very reassuring.
Oh, I recognize that look. That is the look of someone who just got here after having met a most unfortunate demise, courtesy of the notorious bloodless wave makers. How do they make those waves, and why do they hurt so much? Plenty of time to think it over now.
Right.
Looks like you really took the heat from one of those bloodless burn flingers back there, didn't you? I know how tempting it can be to try and catch those fiery explosive bombs they throw, but if I might offer you a bit of personal advice, you really shouldn't do that.
Noted.
Oh, wow. Electo's got it out for you? Normally, she doesn't kill anyone. She likes keeping them alive. For quite a while, really. Hurts them still, but doesn't kill them off. I guess she really doesn't like you, huh?
I guess so.
If you got killed by Tisiphone the Fury, why then it must mean you've been accused of murder. A most heinous crime, as I'm to understand. Well, I hope you clear your name. Or whatever those mortals do about that stuff.
Cheers.
So, you lost a duel to the death with an exalted brightsword, did you? They're pretty much the best of the best, so don't feel bad. It had to happen. But if it's any consolation, it'll probably happen again.
Probably.
Says here that you got stuck like a piece of meat on a spit by an exalted longspear. Wow, I'll bet that really hurt. Too bad you don't have a thick, leathery hide or something that could help protect you in that type of situation. Oh well.
Oh well.
Looks like you just got pounded down by an exalted great shield, huh? Did you try attacking while their guard was down, or did they just not let down their guard at any point? Oh.
Yeah.
Let me guess, you got caught out by one of those exalted strongbows, did you there? Next time, if you don't stand around like you're doing here right now, maybe you won't make such an easy target.
Maybe.
My understanding is you had a little run-in with a Nemean chariot, just kind of plowed right into you there, didn't it? You gotta watch where you're going crossing the streets of Elysium next time.
Next time.
Those archer statues in Elysium have got to be a real sight, no doubt about it. But you can't just stand there and admire them, or else they'll shoot you dead like they did just now.
Sure.
Sounds to me like you got stuck in more ways than one gawking at a failing statue in Elysium back there. I gotta hand it to your dad. He made sure those look just as good as they stab any intruders like yourself.
Intruders in Elysium, I swear.
Says here that you got flash fried to a crisp within a Phoenix Urn's destructive blast back there. I mean, you really ought to stay away from those if you ask me.
I didn't.
Wow, I can't believe you took on the Minotaur. No way! No wonder you're back here. Everyone knows that he's unstoppable, especially me. Hey, next you run into him, could you get his autograph for me?
No.
The Minotaur killed you again. That must have been exciting, huh? So, any chance you got that autograph for me before you got destroyed?
Sorry, no.
Slain by the Minotaur once more. Now he's a real beast there, isn't he? But tell me something. Any progress on that autograph request of mine?
Nope, none whatsoever.
Oh, I just knew that you'd be back soon as I heard you face the champion of Elysium himself. You know, I've heard that among mortals, it's an honor to be killed by somebody like Theseus. Keep it up and maybe you'll be famous too.
Maybe.
Look, I have to say, I just don't think you have a real chance against both Theseus and the Minotaur together. But you might just have a chance to get the Minotaur's autograph from me if maybe you ask nice or something.
No.
Good, you're back. So prior to when Theseus killed you again back there, did you by any chance happen to ask his big bull buddy for an autograph from me this time?
Did not come up.
Looks like somebody just found out that some types of butterflies are incredibly dangerous, especially the ones that come swarming out of those soul catchers. If only you could just not have a soul or something, then they'd bother somebody else.
I'll get right on that.
So one of those flame wheels drove right into you and burst into a fiery explosion, killing both of you. Is that what happened there? Well, if it makes you feel any better, technically, I think this means you got your revenge.
It doesn't.
You had a run-in with those nasty satyrs all the way up in the Temple of Styx, huh? I can't even imagine the sheer agony having their lethal poison coursing through my body.
I'd bring some for you if I could.
You know, I've only heard the tales of the gigantic, vicious, flesh-eating vermin up there near the surface. Now I guess we both know that those tales are definitely true.
Definitely true.
It says here that you got chewed up by an angry swarm of crawlers somewhere just a stone's throw from the exit to your tat's domain? Talk about adding insult to injury, huh?
Yes, well...
Oh, I heard the pests of Tartarus had bigger, meaner counterparts up near the surface, but I guess you just found out the hard way, huh? When you tripped one of their explosive things?
Always a pleasure, Hypnos.
I know that look. Why, that's the look of someone just incinerated by a snake stone, am I right? They spit a whole bunch of those white-hot, flesh-burning beams right at the same time there, don't they?
Indeed.
Hey, you're back! Wait, what happened? My list says you got killed by a redacted? What's that even mean? I've never seen anything like this.
Don't want to talk about it.
Redacted's got you again, huh? Here's the thing, I keep asking around about them, and no one seems to know what I'm talking about. Could you maybe describe them for me, please?
Why don't you ask Father when he's back?
Huh, that's funny. Nothing on my list at all this time, except I could have sworn I saw you walk right out of the pool back there. I'll have to have this thing looked at.
I guess so.
The list is telling me you caught one of those gigantic temple saw blades square in the chest, huh? Ugh. At least you're back in one piece.
Cheers.
What's the matter there? You got a splitting headache from those giant falling axes in the Temple of Styx? Well, I have just the cure, which is... don't get hit by them.
Yeah.
Well, somebody just walked into a cloud of noxious gas there, huh? Must have lost all your vital functions pretty quickly after that. Next time, you'll know it's seriously deadly stuff, because it killed you. And because it's green.
Sure.
So you just plain ran out of time and died, all according to the pact of punishment there, huh? Now that is what I call a deadline!
Ha 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 ha.
Why, it says here you just blew yourself right up that time with that weird infernal shooty thing you stole. Remember, next time shoot the other guys.
Duly noted.
Whoa, wait, this just can't be right. It says, you got beaten by a tiny little rodent? Oh, sorry, you have my sympathies.
No, keep them.
Wait, what? You're back already? Hey, my list says that you barely made it out of here before you died. Were you even trying? Because if you were, why, maybe you need to try a whole lot harder than that next time.
I just wanted to see you again, Hypnos.
Oh, you got throttled by a ringer. Must have grabbed and crushed you like a grape. You know what grapes are, right? They're like big, squishy pomegranate seeds.
You calling me squishy?
Oh, looks like you ran smack into the Doomstone out in Tartarus. Thing gives me the creeps. Next time, try standing perfectly still. That way it'll all be over that much faster.
Makes sense.
Hey, you're the latest victim of a wretched sneak. That's something, right? They like to get you when you least expect it, so next time, why not keep spinning around and around? Then you'll catch 'em trying to sneak up.
That I will.
So let me guess, 1 minute you're minding your own business out in Asphodel, and then the next, one of those Dracons pops right up in front of you and just kills you dead with noxious acid breath. Oh well, it happens, right?
That it does.
Going toe-to-toe with one of those bloodless bone rakers didn't go so well, huh? Next time they're ripping you to shreds, remember, that's your signal to be someplace else instead.
Thanks for the tip.
Wow, you just barged into the witches' circle out in Asphodel and they just filled you full of all those stinging purple orbs and killed you, huh? You can't just show up expecting to join their club. You have to study witchcraft for years.
I'll get right on that.
Hey, my brother Charon killed you. Am I seeing this right? He's never been particularly nice to me. Whacked me with his oar a couple of times, but it never got that bad. Must be some misunderstanding. Have you talked to him?
I have.
You had it out with Charon again, huh? And it turned out like it did before. The thing you have to understand is he's got lots of upper body strength. You seen the definition in his arms? Maybe try some rowing for yourself.
You try it.
So you met a violent end aboard the infamous barge of death sailing the river of flame. Surrounded by skeletons bleeding you dry, void stones making all of them invincible? Have you thought about taking a different barge?
I have.
Whoa, what happened to you? You just died? You just plain died, like nothing stabbed you, bludgeoned you, poisoned you, burned you, crushed you, blew you to bits, turned you to stone, but you're back here. Must have been those natural causes mortals talk about.
Probably.
Natural causes got you again, huh? That's a real shame. I mean, imagine one day you're just going about your business and then, you're dead. Although I guess you don't have to imagine it like I do.
No.
Darn natural causes got you once again there, didn't they? Well, you show 'em next time. Would you do that for me, huh?
Sure.
You're late with your report, Hypnos. Again. Again. The dead, of course, can wait, but I'm less patient. Now explain yourself to me.
Oh, well, let's see. I woke up, I don't know what time it was, and I made sure that every shade had been accounted for, just like I always do, except I couldn't find my list at first. Can you believe it? I thought maybe my brother played a little prank, and so...
Get to the blasted point already. I don't have all day. Or night. Your report, where is it?
Sure, I was just getting to it, Master. My list, I found it over by the lounge. It was inside, but I am not the one who put it there, no sir. So I've been making positively sure it's not been tampered with, that it has everybody's name, cause of death, place of birth, former body weight, any previous allergies or medications.
Enough! Blood and darkness, that's enough from you. Just see to it the ledger of the dead is accurate, and get back to your post. Would that you could be more like your brother.
You've done it now, Hypnos.
Your reports have been much more punctual of late, Hypnos. That is to be expected. However, the illustrated edges, a clever detail, ensures certain reports are easily procured from a stack of parchment.
Oh, thanks, Master. Glad you like those. Ever since Thanatos made pretty clear to me I was about to lose my job, I started keeping a list of my own tasks, which I sort through each day, deciding on priority, estimating time to completion, cost-benefit analysis.
Yes, well, certainly then you have a number of such tasks requiring your attention. Continue working diligently then.
Okay. Master, I just can't thank you enough for putting my picture on the board there in the lounge. I heard it's a good picture. I haven't had time to see it yet, but I am going to. It's on the list.
Hypnos, that shall be all. Lest I rescind your commendation and cast you out of here.
Could you say all that again with smaller words, Master? Because I thought it maybe sounded kind of bad.
No.
I just get sleepy sometimes, Mom. I mean, I've been working so much lately, just over there. You've probably seen me greeting shades, making my list, creating a welcoming environment.
Remember what we previously spoke of, Hypnos? Do not address me thus whilst we are here. Conduct yourself as befitting a servant of the House of Hades. And continue practicing your independence, please.
Yes, Mom. I mean, Mother.
You have demonstrated sustained competence in your duties, Hypnos. It gladdens me to see measurable progress. Your efforts are to be commended.
Oh, wow, thanks. Commended by whom exactly? Megara? Thanatos? Dusa, maybe. Not the master himself.
Commended by me. I cannot always look after all of my children, as you know. It falls upon them to take care of themselves, as well as their obligations to our domain. As your mother, it is reassuring to see that you are capable.
Capable? Me? Aw, Mom. I mean, Mother Nix. Nobody's ever called me that before.
You are my son. It is to be expected. However, I know it is not effortless to be of use. Continue to do well. I shall be watching.
Great, I will.
Good work, Hypnos.
And if you ever need anything at all, Your Royalness, you can always find me wide awake right over there. Though I really shouldn't leave my post like this, not even for you.
I truly appreciate it.
Hypnos, really, that is the worst idea I think I've ever heard. Do you understand how little sense that makes?
I'm just saying, maybe if you just, I don't know, had all the mortals die at the same time, it'd save you a bunch of trips, and we'd have more time to spend together, huh?
I don't know why I bother with you, honestly. Get back to work, and let me do the same.
Oh.
You cannot keep falling asleep on the job like this, Hypnos. This is completely unacceptable.
Oh, I just nodded off a little while, Thanatos. I rest easy knowing that you're here. But if I goofed, why, I guess you could kill me dead or something, huh?
Don't give me any ideas. Pull yourself together and quit slacking off. The house needs help and you've got a job to do. Now get to it.
Oof.
Hypnos, this list has a bunch of tasks from I don't know how long ago. I mean, I took several of these last year, and you've already submitted this week's registrations. Why isn't that marked complete?
Don't you know it? I was just about to get to that. Then you showed up and I got so distracted it just kind of slipped my mind. It happens, right?
You need to focus, brother, or it'll be Lord Hades reprimanding you again, and that is not something you want.
Oh, I don't know about that. Last time I talked to Master, he made pretty clear he never wanted to speak to me again.
Oof. Sorry, Hypnos.
Hypnos, you're not irreplaceable, you understand? If you don't shape up quickly, someone else is going to have your job.
Oh, I hear you loud and clear, Thanatos. And let me tell you, they will have the greatest job in all the underworld.
I feel like I'm not getting through to you, brother. Well, after the inevitable happens, don't come telling me I didn't try.
Don't worry, I won't.
Well, how often do you consult these lists you make? If you're spending too much time just making lists, you're not leaving time to get anything done.
Oh, I love making my lists. I always illustrate the edges. Each one is unique. That way, anyone who gets to review the work, it's a whole experience, you know? But I guess it does take up a lot of time.
You'll have to work around the constraints of your responsibilities. You do take breaks, don't you? Before and after each break, maybe that's a time to make sure your own list of priorities is up to date.
Wait, my own list of priorities? But you're saying I could just go and make a list for me? Huh. Whoa. Whoa.
If that'll be all. I've heard that your reports have been immaculate of late, Hypnos. I have to know, who's helping you with them? It can't be Zagreus.
Oh, haha, no, he doesn't help. It's just, I took to listing only the important stuff up top and spending just a bit more time on the priority reports, and guess it's working out.
Look, whatever the case, the work's improved. It's been observed. You ought to keep it up.
Aw, thanks.
Good work, Hypnos.
Though what I mean to say is that I'm sorry, Hypnos. You're my brother, but I haven't always treated you that way. Would you be willing to forgive me?
Aw, come on, Thanatos. Are you kidding me right here? We're like two skeletons in a crypt. You're the best, and you're always looking out for me. Even when you're not around for what can seem like eons at a time.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. We each have got important jobs to do. Isn't that right, brother?
Huh, that is right.
Congratulations, brother. I saw you finally made the board. You made us proud.
Sure did. That's something, huh? Though, sorry, Thanatos, can't really chat right now. The shades are stacking up, there's greetings to be done and sign-ins. Lots of work to do, you know?
I definitely know the feeling. Well then, let's keep it up, the both of us, alright?
Will do.
Hey, he did it.
Looks like you have everything under control. Nice work, Hypnos.
Bye.
Plenty of time for sleeping once your shift is over, right, brother?
Bye now.
Heard your latest reports were looking good, Hypnos. You keep it up.
See ya.
Anyway, good catching up, Hypnos.
So long.
That's the last of the new registrations, but I should have more soon.
Okay.
Alright, I'd better get going. Take care, brother.
Great.
Looks like you have everything under control. Nice work, Hypnos.
Yep.
Looks like you have everything under control. Nice work, Hypnos.
Yeah. Oh, hey there, Dusa. How's your endless toil treating you?
Mr. Hypnos, do you maybe think that you could, keep an eye on the procession line before Lord Hades, like you were supposed to?
Oh, that's no problem. I can definitely do that. I'll just add it to the list.
Good, then. Glad we had the chance to chat. Now, maybe get some sleep or something. You look pretty beat.
Get on it, Hypnos.
Mr. Hypnos, I wanted to check in with you again regarding the procession line that's right in front of you, right over there. It's moving pretty slow.
I know. Those shades, they just go on and on and on and on forever, blathering about this or that. I mean, Lord Hades, it's a wonder he can stand it, listening to them every day or night.
Well, it's just, I think you were supposed to keep things moving, so if they're taking too long, I guess maybe you could say something, or any bright ideas?
It's a toughie, Dusa, because I think it's important that the shades who wait their turn, that they get a chance to say their piece. But it's a real tricky situation you bring up, so let me tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to sleep on it, and then get back to you.
Okay, well, if you don't, though, I'll check in with you again later, I guess, because I'm under orders, so, bye.
Goodbye. Hey, Adusa, let me guess. You're here regarding the procession of these shades who've been standing here for quite some time, clogging the hall a bit. They barely moved at all.
You guessed it, Mr. Hypnos. So, have you, given any thought to maybe focusing the traffic flow through here a little bit to keep the hallway clearer and, I don't know, put some sort of time limit in place?
Can't say I have. I've got my registration list and I have had to keep a careful eye on it with all the shades that have been pouring in. It's really gotten slow around here.
It definitely has. I have to go. Hope you get yourself some rest, okay?
You bet.
I can't believe it, Mr. Hypnos. How did you do it? All the shades that have been lining up, they've been moving right along.
You're right. They have. They definitely have. It's pretty hard to notice since they're slow, but I have a keen eye. And so do you. You noticed before I did in this case. What did you say your question was back there?
I asked you how you did it. Got the traffic flow moving a little faster, and it's the sarcophagus things, isn't it? Right down the hall. The shades, they're scared to stand around. That's brilliant, Mr. Hypnos. I'm impressed.
Oh, really, it was nothing, Dusa. Though I'll tell you something. It is good to know that you're impressed with me.
I don't know if I'd go that far. Anyway, I'll mark this as resolved.
Mark it away.
Would you look at that, Hypnos? Care to repeat to me the unsolicited advice you just now offered, now that Zagreus is here?
Oh, well, it is my custom to give pointers to our visitors who come in voluntarily because I do pick up a lot of bits and pieces talking here to everyone about, dying.
Zagreus. He told me that I ought to evade more of your attacks next time. So you just watch your back out there because I know your secrets thanks to Hypnos here.
Great.
I think that I can find the lounge well on my own, Hypnos. Or wait, what is this? Did you just ask me out?
Me? No. I'd never even think to do that, miss. I mean, you have your station, and I have mine. We're from two different worlds, you could say. Fated never to be seen together much.
Every time I talk to you, you somehow take it as a compliment. Is that correct? Then let me give you some advice for once. Stop being an idiot.
I'll give it a shot.
Alas.
You haven't greeted me as often lately, Hypnos. I wouldn't have noticed if it weren't half your job. If there's something you wish to say to me, why not just come right out?
Oh, well, I... See, the thing is, Megara... Miss Megara, mind if I call you that? As I was saying, I just thought maybe, we had a thing, a real connection lately, since you keep on dying more and more, and I keep standing here, but then I always thought you were invincible.
I see. And so you're realizing now that your entire image of me came from your imagination. Is that it?
Well, it's just, I really thought with all my advice that you'd go back to killing Zagreus rather than the other way around. I just don't think things are working out the way I hoped, you know?
It almost sounds as though you've broken up with me, except... Well, are you sure that you'll be alright?
Oh, yeah, look, I'm just glad it's one of you two. Sure beats having to greet shades nonstop. They never talk to me.
Alright then. You greet me next time here.
Will do.
Surprise, Hypnos. I got you this.
Whoa, you can't bring that in here. Just kidding. Thanks. But wait, I'll trade you. Look. Oh, wow, thanks. This is real nice of you. I sure am glad you died out there just now.
I'm glad I died as well, Hypnos. I'm glad I died as well.
Oh, neat. Thanks. It's not so bad that you keep coming back like this, is it? At least for me it isn't.
I'm getting used to it, though I don't think I'd feel particularly welcome anymore if not for you, Hypnos.
Whoa, you must have really gotten pretty far out there if you could get me one of these, so wow. And thanks for stopping by.
You lighten up my numerous untimely deaths, Hypnos.
Ha, well, this is like a dream come true. I mean, how come you're always being so darn nice to me? But anyway, thanks.
Sure thing, Hypnos. Knock yourself out.
Oh, you are just the best. I bet you died on purpose just to get this back to me, didn't you? Didn't you?
I have a secret, Hypnos. I've died on purpose every single time just to see you. Hypnos, wanted to say you have really helped the thought of my coming back here time after time, painful death by death, not be inherently abhorrent. Your greetings really help, so I wanted you to have this.
But wait, it's ambrosia! You're not supposed to have this here! We could both get in a lot of trouble, and I mean a lot, if they catch us in the middle of this totally forbidden exchange!
I notice that you haven't yet returned the bottle to me, which I'm going to take as an indication that you're going to hang on to it.
Oh, you bet!
One more forbidden exchange, Hypnos. Sometimes when I'm out there and about to die, I catch myself thinking, well, at least Hypnos will share one of his deep insights about why it is I utterly failed. So here, for all your generous advice.
Aw, I feel like I'm gonna cry. I mean, all my advice is free. You really didn't have to do this. But I sure am glad you did. Even if it is highly illegal.
You what, Hypnos? You what?
I think you could be my best friend. Have you tried being my best friend?
I'll have to give that a shot.